The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important waterways on Earth, a narrow passage where global energy markets can be shaken in an instant. When Iran threatens disruption in this corridor, it is not only targeting ships, it is sending a warning to the entire world economy. That is what makes Hormuz so powerful. It is not just geography, it is leverage over oil flows, trade routes, and investor confidence. And that pressure lands hard on the United Arab Emirates, especially Dubai, a city whose success depends heavily on trust, safety, and openness. At the same time, Abu Dhabi has become a major destination for future-facing technology and US-linked AI infrastructure and capital. So this was never only about military strikes, it was also about making global investors question whether the Gulf still feels secure. The UAE's economic model depends on tourism, aviation, trade, finance, luxury real estate, and foreign money flowing in without fear. If shipping slows down, insurance costs rise, cargo delays expand, and the effects begin spreading far beyond the battlefield. Iran's pressure tactic works by widening the risk. The goal is not only direct damage, but making the cost of war unbearable for others. Even when attacks are intercepted, the message still lands. Markets react to fear quickly, often long before actual destruction becomes visible. That becomes even more serious when advanced infrastructure like AI campuses, cloud systems, data centers, and energy grids are seen as vulnerable. Because the Gulf's technology future depends on stable shipping lanes, reliable power, secure ports, and uninterrupted digital connections to the world. The immediate result is pressure on oil prices, freight costs, commercial insurance, and the broader mood inside regional and global markets. For Dubai especially, perception is not a side issue. Its image as safe, elite, international, and predictable is central to its entire appeal. If tourists hesitate, investors pause, and wealthy residents start moving cautiously, that economic signal can become serious within just a few days. That is exactly when diplomacy becomes urgent. Gulf states suddenly have powerful reasons to push hard for de-escalation and a fast political exit. A prolonged war does not only raise military risks, it threatens hotel occupancy, air traffic, retail activity, property demand, and conference business. It also puts at risk a larger strategic ambition, turning the UAE into a global platform for advanced AI, computing, and next-generation industry. So the underlying message is simple. If the war continues, the economic pain spreads outward to countries built on stability and global trust. That creates pressure on regional governments and business elites to use every possible channel to help force a rapid end to escalation. Reopening the sea lanes is only the beginning. The harder task is restoring the confidence of insurers, shippers, tourists, and investors. And confidence does not return overnight. Once doubts appear around safety, capital becomes slower, more selective, and much more defensive. That is the real strategic pressure here. Not total destruction, but calculated instability aimed at economies that depend on being seen as secure. In the Gulf, that means a single threat can hit energy, trade, tourism, real estate, and AI ambition all at the same time.